my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Wait.
Everybody calm down!
Help!
Here,
Oh,
take my hand.
come
on. You're gonna fall unless you take my hand.
No, give me your other hand.
Oh, my other hand isn't strong enough. You take my little hand.
No, get it away from me.
Take it. Take my hand.
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my baby back, chili, baby back, rib. I want my baby back, chili, baby back, rib. Barbecue sauce. I want my baby back, chili, baby back, rib. I want my baby chili, baby back, rib. Barbecue sauce. I got my baby back ribs.
I want to say I'm really glad Michael Bancroft is here. I mean this. I feel like, look, I'm an admirer of yours. I like what you've done. You've carved out a path for yourself. I want to be better friends. That's what I want to say to you. Rob, the Replicator, I didn't even know you were here. But welcome, my friend. You are an awesome artist, and we're happy to have you here. Wait, are you an artist? You write your own stuff?
He is a good artist.
Okay. Your books look great. Cheers, everyone. And
Thank you.
Thank you.
How's that make you feel, Rob?
I look at it. I look at you, and I think that is the moment you personally enjoyed most in the history of CG. Just because that laugh that you had is deep in your soul, Mike.
It was evil. It was it was me being the cackler, my evil cackle. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed it. It was a highlight.
The other thing I take from that video is like my mohawk was looking fucking fire back then, dude. I don't know what's happened to it now.
What have you done? You've let it go?
I don't know. It's just not as strong.
It's pretty good to me.
I mean, but you see it in that clip. It's fantastic.
Hold on a sec. I wasn't really paying attention. Let me just play it.
Go check it out.
I want to say I'm really glad Michael Bancroft is here. I mean this. I feel
looks the same to me. I don't know what you're going on about.
Wait till I turn my head around.
I'm not gonna play it again. Are you a sadist? You a masochist?
I'm always
it's all starting to make sense here. Where's your blue light tonight? You're just going au naturel?
Yeah, I don't have the light on. I've got the windows open.
Sunlight. I'm like,
oh, dude, so funny. I went outside the other day and it was really bright. And I went, no.
Yeah. Oh, I do that as well.
Yeah, cool. It's not just me. I always have this question, but I always forget to ask it when I'm on Camels, and obviously we're not American. But what is Stovetop dinners? Are they good? What's that about?
Stovetop.
Yeah.
I googled that once. Yeah, we don't have that here.
No,
that's what they because that's just like, oh, we're having Stovetop tonight. Oh, can I come over? Yeah, I don't know. Let's say hello to the chat here. We've got Virgil in the house. There's a small crowd tonight. I know Ethan's still live. Hopefully, more people will roll in. If he eventually stops streaming, I think he's been gone for like 15 hours or something.
You know, have you seen that clip of like the guy who drives around the streets and he he pull up beside like two guys and goes, "Hey, dude, can you leave some of the chicks for the rest of us?" I kind of feel like that's the same thing with Ethan.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. Virgil, hello. We got Atheline. We got Dark Side. Who else we got? Who's this guy? I'm here. Mike is not. I thought first of all, I had to finish work. Second of all, I thought, those guys will finish when Groken ends. Obviously not. D. What's D talking about? Hail D. We've got Tommy in the house. Pitt and Salamandroid. Cox for the win. Cox, you'll always win with Cox. Paulus Arts is here. Who else? Sumo Thori. I see. Did I say Jeremy Burt's already?
No,
I did. Really? I think I
don't
did. I'll
think.
say it
I
again.
wasn't listening.
Old Dirty Fatty says Ethan pushed him away. What did he do? Oh my god. Mo Biggs is here. How Mo Biggs? Who else? We got BLT. We have Checkpoint. All right, here we go. Mo says, I lost count of the times people have invited me over for fine stovetop meal. What is it? Like, a lot of meals are cooked on a stove, and the stove, you cook it on the top of the stove. It's not computing for me. I don't know what it's about. Sumo says, Sumo's inviting Mo over for some stovetop stuffing and some roast chicken.
Scrumptious.
They're not helping us out. Bretsky's here. Yeah, I don't know what stove. Let's just Google it. Why are we sitting here waiting for the chat to help us out? Stovetop. Just gonna.
It's a brand of stuffing. It's a side dish.
Stuffing. All right, let's look at this.
This makes no sense. Like, they're having stovetop for dinner, but it's a stuffing, which is a side dish.
Homemade stovetops. Stovetop is a stuffing that was introduced by General Foods in 1972. Yeah, I mean, what do you just eat this by itself? What are you guys crazy?
Kind of looks like sawdust.
It's an instant stuffing mix. I don't know.
Mo says it would be like inviting someone over for some rice.
I know, right? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on anymore. All right, enough of that. If we're going to talk about a food type, we're going to talk about ribs, not stuffing mix. Stephen says it's delicious. D, who's an Aussie, says it looks like puke after a hard night out on the beers. Yeah, it looks like something on a Sunday morning. You go down to your local shops, I guess they would call it a strip mall in the States. Just shops on the road, and there'll always be this chunky vomit from last night. Some guy's gone a bit too hard just on the floor, on the ground there. You have to walk over it.
Have you ever seen someone puke out of a moving car?
No,
I have.
I'd rather end this discussion here. What do you think of this, Rob? What do you think of the red?
Dude, this is crazy. I had a dream about this. I had a dream you colored it like black, but with the red glow lines. I mean, this is not that far off from that.
We can make him black. I mean, he could technically be black, and it's just because I'm thinking I'm gonna make this smoke like bluish, because if he's got blue that's essentially like white highlights on him. That is just picking up the blue tint in his black skin.
Yep.
Checkpoints puked out of a moving car. Once, I think it was my 30th birthday party. We were coming home. I was so drunk, but I was such a polite drunk. I was like, "Excuse me, Mr. Taxi Driver, could you please pull over? I'm about to vomit." And he did, and I vomited out of the car, away from the car, and then I got back in. He was very happy with me. He's like, "You're the most polite drunk I've ever driven around.
He's like,
thank you for not vomiting in my car."
Excuse me, Mr. Taxi Driver, I'm about to have some discharge from my stomach.
Yes, that's what I said. I only dumb things down to stream with you a little bit, Rob. Yeah,
I know, right? Mo says Bancroft churched up the story. He told the cabbie that he had to coom.
I didn't know the word coom back then, Mo. That's been introduced to me since.
You were born with it, molded by it.
You could take a little bit of the color out, darken it up a bit, and you start to get a bit blacker. What do you reckon?
Let's just do it and see if it satisfies my curiosity.
I think it's looking pretty good. What I'm noticing is I went a bit light on the shadowing on his hands. They look a bit, to use some Barton parlance, they look a bit flat. So I'm going to get in there and work. Oh, look, I didn't even do shadows on the hands. That's why they're looking flat. That'd probably be it, I reckon. How's your week been, Rob?
It's Monday, Mike. It's day one of the week.
No, I mean, since we last hung out. When did we hang out? The video game show. I feel like it's been ages.
Thursday.
Like a week ago, isn't it?
Kind of, I guess. Not too bad. Groken closed out. I missed the tail end of it because I was driving home, but it looks like it absolutely went bananas, Mike.
I haven't really been paying much attention to.
Where have you been? What have you been doing?
Working.
Wow, dude. This was like, let me share this for a sec. This was at like 100. It wasn't even at 120,000, was it? And it's up to 127. Wow, it's insane.
Well done, Jeremy and D-Wag and everyone who turned out for the big event.
Mo says, wow, basically disavowing Coombe. Bancroft forgot where he came from.
No, it's just a new word to me. I appreciate a good Coombe, same as anyone else.
Yeah, I thought it was closing down, but it's still open.
He never confirmed whether or not he was going to go into in demand or not. So looks like he did.
Yeah. The image would be great on a t-shirt. What, Michael Coomin or Goliath?
Rob.
What?
Mind out of the gutter.
You started it, Mike. So where is everyone watching Ethan's?
Yeah, it's just a quiet, intimate little coloring session between you, me, and 20 of our closest friends.
Just so everyone is aware, Camel has taken me off admin duty, so I would not be able to read out your comments to my satisfaction on the game show. So just be aware of that. And make sure you bitch at Camel about it, because so he's aware of it too.
But maybe that's Camel's satisfaction.
Yeah. He doesn't know what he's done. He doesn't know what he's in for.
You think the chat's going to really rally behind you?
Yes, I do. I do think they like it when I read their comments out. Now that won't happen. I reckon we should get Dean in here. What do you think?
I've invited Dean in. He never seems to come on. If Dean wants to come on and draw with us.
He just had his 18th birthday, so I'd imagine he'd be up for it.
He's a bit older than that.
Is he?
I think so.
I wonder what the last thing I said to Dean was. Have I ever DM'd him? I'm sure I have. Let's have a look.
What a sad indictment.
Why can't I find him?
Comics mate.
Yeah, that's what I've typing in. It's not popping up. I mean,
he's probably got you blocked.
Probably. I'd block me too, to be fair.
Old Dirty Fatty says, Camel kicked me off his show once. He can be mean. Old Dirty Fatty, you deserve that very much.
I have never DM'd Dean. There you go. Not once since I've known him. I know.
Disgraceful.
Mo says, 22 viewers, get in there and save this show, Dean.
Well, unless you can convince Ethan to stop streaming and send 900 odd people here. I mean, prove me wrong. I don't know. Athaline says we need to talk about weird stuff. have you been watching the show? So far, it's been vomit out of cars, coom, and stovetop stuffing.
Mm.
I mean, I don't know how weird you want to get. It's pretty damn weird.
Mo says, Bancroft, you have streamed against Ethan many times and never been brought this low.
Oh well.
Goddamn savage, Mo. This is almost Star Trek numbers.
This is B-Rose numbers.
Dean says, nobody ever messages me. I'm not even in any groups. You liar. You're in a group that I'm in, so I know that's not true.
I left another group today.
Was it my group?
No, it wasn't your group. And I just said, look, it was a group that I had previously been in, but they re-added me. And they're like, if you really don't want to be here, just mute it. The thing is, you can't mute them. You can't really mute them. Like, it still continuously adds things to your notifications. So, it's like, I miss so many DMs as it is. I don't think I can add more noise to that.
Yeah, you ignore my DMs, and that's like sacrilege.
Well,
it's usually like, Bancroft, please fix this for me.
Is that your impersonation of yourself?
Yeah, pretty much.
Thank you, Sumo. He says he just tweeted out, you might get ones of new viewers now. Thank you. That's okay. I'm cool just hanging out with you guys. I don't have an ego when it comes to this stuff.
What do you do with the fingernails here, Bancroft? This is a question I'm curious about. Like, you know, fingernails are not the same color as skin color. So what do you do with the fingernails there?
When you have black skin, I don't know. What are the...
I don't know. I'm asking you.
What do you reckon we should do with them?
See, Camel, see what I'm doing here? Highlighting your chat up on the screen. I won't be doing that anymore. Just like to point that out.
Is Camel Moon in here?
Mm-hmm.
I saw the tweet. I'm the one. Lovely.
Move to Signal. Twitter DMs are the devil. I don't even know what Signal is. Catch you later, Stephen.
See you, Stephen. Thanks for popping in. I saw some artwork from Stephen on Instagram earlier.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's real good. He's doing a time lapse. It was either Instagram or TikTok. I can't really remember. I'm uploading my shorts onto... That sounds weird. Short videos onto onto YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. You know where you get the most views out of all those three?
Twitter.
Instagram.
Twitter.
By far. But it's like, it doesn't mean anything. It's no engagement. People just see it and they just, because of the way the platform is, they just, you know, roll straight by. I think it's just like impressions.
Twitter's
views.
Twitter interests me though, because you people post videos and sometimes those videos get like, you know, 5,000-10,000 plus views. So are they like people actually watching it, or are they just scrolling past it?
No, I think it's more akin to YouTube impressions, which is like la-di-da. I mean, you get millions of YouTube impressions. People, that doesn't mean they actually stop to watch your videos.
I don't know.
Moses Bancroft talking about how he saw some of Steven's art. It was real good. Reminds me of the movie Stand By Me. I've watched Stand By Me many times. I don't remember that line. Why am I forgetting things lately?
Stand By Me sounds like a shit film.
Have you not seen Stand By Me?
I mean, maybe when I was a kid.
Oh my God.
I
mean, they didn't have that in your part of Australia, huh?
I've seen bits of it. Oh, let's go on a train track and then get scared because the train's coming, then run away from the train. Fuck, shit. Just shit, Mike.
You are a sad little man.
Pork says, Mike, do you remember lard ass?
Lardas, like the guy eating the pies. Is it? Yeah, it's pies. Yeah, it's in the short story within the short story, because Stand By Me is a short story that they made into a movie. If that's who he's talking about. Who's the one played by the one with the glasses? That would be Camel. Like Camel actually looks like that actor a little bit.
Oh, Will Wheaton was in Stand By Me? Ugh.
Of course.
Ugh. Camel's got a comment. I can't read it because I don't have the power to highlight chats anymore.
You do. Stand By Me was the first movie to scare me. The vomit scene was too much for 6-year-old Camel's brain. I don't know. The first movie to scare me was like proper scare me was Temple of Doom.
Dude, I cannot tell you what the first movie to actually scare me was, because it is beyond embarrassing. I don't think I'd ever recover from it in chat if chat found out what
You
it
can't.
was.
You have to say it now.
Oh, mate. Jeez. I don't know if I can. It's so embarrassing. Do you know the movie, Mike? Oh, fuck, I can't say it. Do you know the movie?
Hold on a sec. Dean, Rob's about to embarrass himself really bad. So let's enjoy this together.
All right. I'm excited.
Have you seen the movie The Silver Brumby? It was that movie.
No.
No, can you bring it? I mean, maybe I have, and I just forgot about it because it sounds like some obscure.
I remember
Italian
Brumby.
movie from the 70s.
Remember the English car? It was like a kids show. Brumby.
I don't remember that either.
Maybe it wasn't called that, actually.
Are you talking about The Man from Snowy River?
No, there's.
Which I made Mel watch The Man from Snowy River. She didn't get it. I was like, "You're not Australian." Even if
there's this scene, right, where like the music is building and it's just going, and it's just getting crazier and crazier and crazier, and I got myself worked up into a state, and then nothing happened. It was the anticipation.
For anyone who doesn't know, a Brumby is a wild horse.
And I can't find it now.
there's
All
a
I can
silver
find
Brumby,
is
so
some weird.
Rob getting scared of a giant stallion. It sounds like. I've not seen the movie. It sounds like it was real. It had Russell Crowe in it.
Yeah.
Rob has a horse fetish. Sounds about right.
I hate horses. I actually hate horses. I remember when I was in.
You live out in the country, Rob.
Nobody hates horses.
I know. Horses. It's like it's a very human animal to have. It's like saying you hate dogs.
No, it's not like saying you hate dogs, Mike. Fucking bullshit it is. I tried to feed a horse when I was in primary school, and the fucking thing chewed on my finger. You know how painful it is having a horse chew on your finger, Mike?
You're not supposed to stick your finger in the horse's mouth, Rob. Everyone knows
I did this thing.
Flat hand.
Yes, I did that, but I obviously didn't do it flat enough. And
you don't just stick those fingers right into its mouth. Mo's asking you a question.
I stopped counting. I don't know anymore. I'm going to try and find this scene from the movie.
What's going on, Dean?
Not a lot, Bancroft. Just finished going on D-Wags' channel before. It's like a 5-hour stream. Got to meet Kenneth Rockerford. Yeah. That was pretty cool.
That's nice.
But, cool. Yeah. Other than that, just waiting for my dinner now. Ordered it before.
What'd you get?
Oh, just some Uber Eats. This stuff from... Nah, Schnitz. Do you guys have Schnitz?
Schnitz is... Like Schnitz is really good.
Isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, the one we've got near us now kind of sucks. But when I lived in Richmond, it was like amazing. I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
where
the
you
one
live.
we've got here is really good.
Yeah. Where do you live, Dean?
I told you last time, remember?
North.
Broady,
North.
right near Broadmeadows
Don't
and
expect
Roxbury
him
Park.
to,
And
remember these details, Dean. One
Yeah,
year
I think
out
it's
another.
cute that you think I'd remember.
oh,
Mo,
I thought you would.
Mo is
I do.
doing some maths. If Rob is 38, he was like 9 or 10 when he was scared of a horse in a movie. That's the thing, Mo. There wasn't even a horse. I was just scared of the music that was playing at the time.
Well,
It was
if
the
you
idea of
recall,
the horse.
if you recall, Mo, he also told a story about how we would race home to watch Dragon Ball Z. And then we realized Dragon Ball Z came out when he was like 19. So he was like racing home from, I don't know, university or TAFE or wherever he went. I don't know.
That's cute. You think I went to university, Mike?
Well, wherever you were probably working then. You had a job and you were racing home to watch a child's cartoon. I don't know. I just thought that was an interesting.
I'm pretty sure it was on in the morning, so I think I went to school late. I hated school though. Did you guys like school? School sucked.
I like nice trying to change the subject. I like school. I like it enough. Hanging out with my friends. It was fine. Camel Moon's got a bounce. See you, Camel. We'll see you in a couple of days for the video game show. Should be interesting.
He's gonna have regrets.
What's the video game show? What he's
Have you not
doing?
seen our video game show?
No, I haven't seen the video game show.
We play like retro. At the moment, we're just exclusively playing NES games, and Camel and I can play over the internet.
Oh, nice.
Games. It works like I don't know, 85% of the time pretty well. At my end, it gets a bit glitchy, but like it's fine.
Imagine stabbing yourself in the eye with a toothpick, Dean. It's like that.
Well, yeah, sometimes we like it's we fail a bit. We're not the best at all the games that we're playing, but yeah, look, it's a good fun show. If you're into that era of games, yeah, you might like it. Maybe, I don't know. Some people seem to get frustrated.
Mo says Rob took a 2-year course in folding towels, so it could be of some use to society. I like it.
Sumo says they spend about 2 hours clearing one level. No, I mean we're playing Mario World, like Mario 3, sorry, at the moment, and we spent 2 hours clearing one world, but it was world 6. It's really hard.
Me and every single one of my friends growing up can beat Mario in 8 minutes. The entire game.
I used to be able to do that too, Dean. Back when
Oh my god, you're so full of shit, Mike. What do you mean? What do I mean? I'm watching you guys play every week. There is no way you could beat Mario in 8 minutes.
I used to beat it quicker than that, I reckon. The first one. But that was using warps.
Yeah, of course.
We're not using any warps. We're just going through each level. Yeah, I mean, like Rob, that was like when I used to do speed running, I was probably like, I don't know, 16 years old or something. It was a while ago.
Micah says, what I don't understand, if Rob hates it so much, why doesn't he let Phil host? Phil had his chance. He dropped the ball and I picked it up. I enjoyed it immensely, Micah. I just love giving them immense amounts of shit.
Well, anyway, that's the situation. It's a fun show. We all enjoy it, even though it's sometimes a little frustrating.
Well, it sounds all right. I'll have to check it out.
You do you do any live drawing, Dean?
Sometimes. I don't know. I don't really like drawing live. I get all nervous, and then everything that you see me draw live, I end up erasing it all and drawing something brand new. And so look, I honestly want to, but I can just never get around to doing it. Like when I'm
My
drawing, it's like a
feeling
whole
is, like,
thing.
My feeling is like, don't worry about it. Like, if you will end up erasing it later, so what? Doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah.
and plus that you get like it's interesting. You get everyone's a critic. You find out like everyone has an opinion about why your thing is wrong, why your perspective sucks. Why you can't draw hands and
Why your forehead is so ginormous.
All that stuff.
Mm.
You just, I don't know, it thickens your skin a little bit. So I think it's good. It's good. And it gets people, I don't know, it gets people invested in what you're doing. Mo says, Bancroft once found a magical Mario mushroom. It was too rubbery to chew it. Wouldn't fit down his throat, so only his forehead grew. Right, so I put it in. It doesn't go down. It goes. I like it. We got Dave in the house. How you going,
G'day, Dave?
I changed his fingernails. Rob, are you happy?
Yeah,
I think it's
moderately.
I think it's an improvement.
Hmm.
Now they're sort of like grayer.
Yeah,
Hawk says, Mike, did you ever met Levi Hawken in Melbourne? He does hill bombing in Wellington now.
What does he bomb hills with? Bombing hills, you know what that means?
Bombs? Dropping bombs?
Rob? This is like extreme sports language.
If this is gonna be skater talk, I'm out of here. I am.
What do you mean you're out of here?
I'm pressing.
I'm coloring your piece.
Fuck.
Dean's
Damn
coming
it.
up with you.
You can always just go back to coloring the Embrace 2 cover. It's fine.
How's that going, Mike?
I haven't picked it up. I've been trying to get some pages done, but I'll get back to it very soon. I don't think there's terribly much left to do. So I don't know when you guys are launching. When is it, like September?
No, October.
Oh, October, cool. All right.
Yeah, plenty of time.
Be even more relaxed. Pork says skateboard. No, I don't know. I don't know any hill bombing skateboarders. Yeah, it's just basically going down hills like real fast. It's
sick, bro. Shred those rails, man.
Are you going to read out Sumo's comment? Rob is threatening us with leaving.
Mobig says that Rollerblade Talk has dropped us down to 18 views.
Now we're back up to 20 now. It's all good. It's all good. All right. I mean, I suppose I should probably start doing something with this gas.
Mo says, speaking of going downhill fast.
Classic Mo. All right. Let's do some things here. Do you do any digital coloring, Dean?
I used to, not so much anymore. I don't know. I've tried to move away from, like, I'm only doing, layouts and the real under drawings, the real loose skeletons and things digitally. Anything else I'm doing, like even just proper pencils are being done traditionally these days.
Yeah, that's what Rod does as well. He does the digital to begin with, although he does do pencils. He does do like proper pencils digitally as well, but then he's inking traditionally, as far as I know.
Oh, I just all I have is the like the skeleton, like the the circle for the head, and to get all the sizes right, and then I have all the panels laid out properly, and I print that out and I draw into it.
Micah says, how is the new Embrace coming along, Dean?
It's coming along fantastically, Micah. Thanks for asking. I am really excited for that. Like, honestly, it is, in my opinion, like, of course I would have said this last time too, but in my opinion, it is the best thing that Odin has ever written. Even just the script alone was crazy good. It was exciting to read. There was no edits to need. Last time we had a lot of notes for him, Whereas this time there was way less. It was just like, yeah, this is great. Can I start drawing it now? Like, I cannot wait for you guys to see what we have in store for you.
Very nice. We've got 35 people in here. We're getting some sort of miniature raid. Mo says, Rob, read some of my jokes for up to 34 viewers, 200% increase. Dude, I just read your joke about going downhill. Does Mo not hear me when I read his jokes? I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, but you have a pretty bad strike rate when it comes to his jokes.
Get bent. I have the best strike rate out of you and Camel by far.
When it comes to Mo's comments.
Yeah, to reading
Mo's
Mo's comments.
You really do, yeah.
Yeah, you guys suck.
I don't know. I think I have when I'm actually in control and I'm not doing other things.
Oh.
I'm like 100%.
He goes, Mo says, Rob, I was praising you for reading my jokes. See? That's why I don't say things.
Did Ethan and we get an EBS raid? That's nice.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Welcome, one and all.
Rob, how is your Mario skills coming? Dude, it was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I don't know.
Oh yeah, you started playing it.
The Switch control, like the button layout's all messed up. Like you want to have like the B button next to the jump button so you can hold both and hit one. It's not laid out.
Do you do like this with your thumb? Like that? Is that how you play it?
I don't know. I'd have to.
I think that's the best way to. So you run by pressing down with the tip of your thumb, and then you jump by just flattening your thumb down. That's why I found it so hard to run, pick up the turtle, and then fly up, because you're tapping the jump button to fly, but you have to hold on to the run to hold on to the turtle. That's why it took me a bit to do it.
Mo says, Rob started playing Mario is missing. He won't get far until he learns to read, though.
Those are some deep references there, Mo.
Dave says, you're telling me I hired Odin to write something for me and it isn't the best work he's done? I need to have a chat with him.
No, it was the best work that he had done, but since then he's written better work.
Oof.
So unless you want to pay him again for another script, because then it will be improved. Yeah.
Very diplomatic.
Sumo says, what a topic to greet the new viewers. Use your thumbs like this.
Oh, well. Look, when it comes to streaming, no, seriously, I've learned this. When it comes to streaming, anywhere up to like 4,000, you can do pretty much 4,000 live viewers. You can do pretty much whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. The 4,000 viewers are a reflection of who you are and what your channel is and everything. Like to get more than that, yeah, you've really got to be an interesting person. But
wait,
so I just figure, look,
so you're saying it doesn't matter what you do until you get up to 4,000.
That's been my general, that's my general appraisal of people that I've seen streaming. I was watching a salty stream today. He had 12,000 people in there. It was very enjoyable. He was putting on a show, and I was like, no, I don't think many people could do what he does.
Dave had actually an interesting comment on Facebook today. I don't know if you're interested in seeing that at some time, Mike.
If you want to bring it up, yeah, sure.
Mo says, Rob's mum sewed buttons on a grey sock and told him it was a power glove. Oh, that's nice. You think my mum will do that for me?
That might be something that I would have actually done myself. My mum wouldn't have done it for me, but I might have.
To everyone that's popped in, Mike is colouring in the Goliath piece from Shelby Robertson. And Dean's here too.
Yeah, hi.
How was the Groken closeout?
It was awesome. He wanted to get to 125k for the last stretch goal, which is a bookmark, and he smashed past that. He ended up at 128k, I think it was.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, he's killing it.
Let's see who we've got. Dimwitted Chicken, Ethan Line, Anton's here, Romy, Lagatatigo, number 9. See you guys.
Yeah, Salty is Salty Cracker, the YouTuber.
Yeah, I sort of found him when he used to getting like crazy views. I'm gonna say 30,000 or something. I think that was back during the election or something like that. These things
That
get
sounds about
recommended
right.
to you. He's a fan of Comicsgate. And he's massive. He knows Don Chin. He shouts out Ethan. He shouts out Ripper. He shouts out other guys like that.
Doesn't shout
And he's
me out.
interesting because he's like he gets those kind of numbers, and then he will often transfer them over to Rumble or Odyssey or something.
Yeah.
Because, you can't really say interesting things and stay around for too long on YouTube.
Hail Lagatito. Lagatigo. I'm not sure how to say it either. Sorry.
Sheila said it the other day on look. I said Legatigo or something, and it wasn't that.
Here it is. Okay. I thought this was interesting, right? It's probably more a thing for like you're on my show, Mike, but hell, why not? Dave says, support this female creator, support this queer creator, support this black creator. No, I don't support anyone because of their gender, sexuality, or skin color. You have a quality book. Are you cool? Then I'll support you. Your born traits are completely irrelevant. And then there was some interesting comments in the chat from this James person. He says, see, you do not understand the sentiment behind it. It's not saying to support them regardless of talent. It's saying, hey, look at this creator that might otherwise be ignored or pushed to the bottom of the list. What do you guys think of that?
I think it's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's getting pushed to the bottom of the list because
I used to push back on
sexuality or anything.
Sentiment. Yeah. Sorry, Dean. I didn't mean to speak.
Nah, you're right, man. It's all the same. We all know exactly. We're all going to say the same thing.
This is the sentiment that was just rampant in webcomics, and in that scene, there's all these like promote each other hashtags, like visible women and that sort of shit. I was like, well, hang on. I never made a comic before. I'm a nobody. Like no one knows who I am. But because I'm a man, I can't participate in these promotional things. And they're like, yeah, but men have historically had, I know you don't have that, but men have historically had, so no, you can't. I'm like, that's bullshit though. I have no power. I have no institutional power. This is BS. But that's just the way it is.
Like, all right, let me try and play devil's advocate a little bit, right? Like, I can understand the point if like these people are trying to make it in the mainstream industry, and I'm not saying it's the case, but if it is the case, that you could argue it, maybe it's one of those reasons, right? I don't agree, but maybe you could make that argument. But in crowdfunding, right, it's all on you. There's no one gatekeeping you from anything. You have the same opportunity that everyone else does to make a comic and get funded. Like the highest funded guy is a black man right now. So I mean, like to me, that doesn't make the argument doesn't make any sense. In crowdfunding, it's the Wild West. There's none of this shit matters. But in the actual industry, you actually have a much better chance of landing a job if you are not white, straight, male, whatever. Like you're actually better off because they're tripping over themselves to hire people that they can showcase and say, hey, look at us. So that's like, it's double backwards on top of that. And
it's almost like we've overcorrected.
Oh, it's not almost like we absolutely have.
Because, they had good intentions at the start, like there would have been a good thing to help out some of the needier people and stuff. But then like I literally, because I worked at a place, right, that was, it was like a job seeking agency. And I used to work there. I used to just push papers around and shit. But basically, we had a homeless dude there one day. And because he was a homeless white man, he was ineligible for basically all of the programs that we had available because they were all for like women or POCs or anything. And this guy was literally homeless and we couldn't help him at all. And like that was years ago now. So I can only imagine what it looks like these days.
But this, like what we're talking about when we're talking about back in the day, a lot of the times the back in the day is 70 years ago.
Yeah, not anymore. It's like 10 years ago.
Too. Like sometimes they talk about stuff that was happening 150 years ago. It's like, come on, guys, this is just excuses now.
Yeah.
You know, if you aren't getting to the position that you want to get to in 2022, it's not got to do with any of these traits that Dave brought up. It's got to do with the fact that, you know, you're not hustling enough, you're not working hard enough, you know, whatever. Like everyone is born into a different situation. And then usually it's family, you know, that sort of stuff. So that's the struggle. You can't like break that down across racial or gender lines or anything. It's too broad.
Well, a lot of us Aussies have spoken about how we wanted to be comic book artists or writers or whatever, but gave up on that dream simply because we were on the other side of the world. You know, a lot of us are white, but, you know, it was just never within reach until recently. Had nothing to do with the color of our skin or anything. It was just where we were located.
Yeah.
The guy also says, you see affirmative action as something evil or reverse racism, but I see it as more including people that have historically been excluded. So in other words, correcting an error.
No, that's BS. You, Tyrone, the up and coming black artist from LA, you were never historically kept out of the comic book industry.
You're 21 years old.
Exactly. 60 years ago, your great grandfather may have been. You personally were not. And for you to now appear in 2022 and walk up and say, I'm oppressed because people like 60 years ago weren't allowed to do this. No, that's not how it works.
Let's say we do let them do it. But let's say we just go along with it, right? In 100 years from now, it would have been the reverse of it. Like my grandkids would have been suffering from the reverse of all of these, you know, affirmative action things, and they're not getting anything from it. And it's been so long that what are we supposed to flip it over and then for the next 100 years do it for the white kids? And then again, it's like we're going to go around in circles with actual racism.
Yeah, that's the saying. Like you can't end.
Yeah, what Ryan's saying.
Discrimination by increasing discrimination. Yeah, I agree. It sucks. It sucks that there was a time in history where people were excluded from things based on immutable traits. That's why for, you know, how many years now people have fought and made wins and laws have been put in place to prevent that from being institutionalized. The history doesn't change. That will always be there. But what you can change is how you move forward going with it. And that's how you have to do. You have to just like, you have to draw a line in the sand. Okay, from now on, we're not going to do that. Otherwise, you're exactly right, Dean. You just now, okay, well, now like, and that's what's happening in the universities now. Because they're trying to balance everyone out. This is what happens with socialism. It never works because you're constantly having to twist dials, and you know, now it's like all the top spots are being taken by Asians and whites. Okay, so now we've got to discriminate against the Asians too.
And well, with socialism, you end up forcing people into positions they don't want to be in just so that you can have the right ratio of everyone, you know?
Hang on, what's Mo saying? Bancroft, you've just dead named trans comic artist Monica. She's no longer called Tyrone. Please correct the record. Tyrone is Monica. I apologize, Monica.
Good one, Mo.
Tyrone is I think is the name of the dude from a fantastic Dave Chappelle's skit that I always go back to. I think it's Tyrone. Yeah, love that name.
Mo says, I do that, all caps he's talking about, so Rob will know he has to read it. Thanks, Mo. Makes it easier for me. Yeah, I might steal that, Dave. Honestly, I agree with it, and I might put it on Twitter and to see what happens, see if it blows up, sends people on a Spurg outrage. Great.
Bigums, that's it. Yeah, it is true though, and this is as well. I thought discrimination was wrong because no one likes to be judged as a member of a group, not what happened to one group or own history. The whole premise of it is racist. Like that's the real. Like they're like, oh, we have to be racist to end racism. That's and then they'll come out and accuse you of like, oh, you only care about what you know. What am I trying to say here? I'm trying to say, like, when you complain about, say, a character's being race swapped, they'll come at you and say, oh, you only care about the skin color. And it's like, no, that's what you're doing.
That's the worst argument of them all, though, because it doesn't matter what race the character is. You just want them to look like they do in the comic book or the cartoon or whatever it is they're adapting. Yeah, and for them to call you racist just for you wanting it to look like the thing that you love is fucking ridiculous.
And then just the whole idea that, well, I know I can't identify with this character unless he looks like me.
That's ridiculous.
Whatever. And it's like, you see, it's built in there's a nugget of truth behind it. Say, for instance, like, you know, if a certain group of people controlled all of Hollywood and TV for a long period of time and they weren't showing you know, like, say, poor black families on TV in movies for a long time, and then you say, hey, I haven't seen my life or whatever, like my neighborhood shown on TV, then you have an argument. Well, you know, everyone has really been represented now in media. Now they're just like, no, I just want my skin color there. You know, it's why
not even my skin color, just vaguely my skin color. As long as they're roughly the same color as me, is close enough. They don't even need to be the same race. They just need to look roughly like me.
Yeah, they just need to not be white. Essentially, that's what.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah,
but like, they want to get more people of color in comics, but surely there is just a tons of different industries where different races are predominant. Are they trying to balance those out as well? Like, is it just an entertainment kind of thing?
Well, no, it's just high positions, like high paying jobs, you know, celebrity jobs, you know, things that are going to get you noticed and get you attention and get you lots of money. Because you don't see them trying to, you know, balance out the mechanics industry or the plumbers industry or the garbage men.
Someone actually brought that up. You know, Q&A, Dean.
Q&A.
Yeah, the ABC.
Oh yeah.
Debate show thing or whatever. Someone actually brought that up once years ago on Q&A, and there's a feminist on there, and she said, "How come you only ever advocate for politicians and leaders and CEOs, not garbage men or whatever?" And she just straight up said, "We don't want those jobs."
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
just take the mask right off and tell us what you want.
Thank you. And she was like, "We don't want that. We want the leadership roles. We want the things." Like, all right, well, okay, at least you're honest about it.
Christopher Burkle says, "I don't remember playing Tomb Raider wishing Laura Croft was an overweight ginger like myself."
Right?
And like, look at, I don't know if this is a terrible example, but you look at the NBA. It's like, I looked it up. It's nearly 75% African American. Like, so shouldn't we be trying to get that down to 50% and get some more white people in there? So
I've never heard anyone saying, "Oh, like I wish there was more whiteys playing in the NBA," or you watch, you know, really popular TV shows like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Remember in the 90s is like everywhere, like black sitcoms. No one watched them back in the day. I was like, "Oh, this needs more white people in it." What?
racism was like basically dead in the 90s. Like as a kid growing
Even
up,
the
it was
late 90s. Yeah.
it was only like, you know, I was born in 1990, so like my childhood, it was literally, you saw, you know, the black people were the coolest, you know, like rap music and everything was everywhere. It was like, you know, baggy jeans and shit with the coolest shit, and it was like all of their stuff that we were like, you know, they call it cultural appropriation these days, but you know, it was like everyone's favorite music was rap music and shit like that. It was the 90s. Everyone loved Will Smith and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
It's I can remember. I mean, it would have been the early 2000s, having a drunken conversation after a poker game with a friend and just saying, "Isn't it cool how we like put that whole racism stuff behind us? You don't really hear about that anymore. It's like we've turned over a new leaf." I was like, now thinking back on that conversation,
like the last
how
10,
naive-
15 years. Like,
If
it's
only
just
you guys knew.
Yeah.
gone bananas. Sketch 51 says hockey's racist, like one black guy playing it.
Yeah, I've heard the same thing about fishing and camping.
Surfing.
Yeah.
And then there's chess for women. They can make as many movies as they want. There's like not many women who are at the top echelon of chess players. There's a couple, but not super high.
Have you seen Bill Burr's skit on the WNBA, Mike? Oh my god, it is just
Feminists.
Oh yeah, I saw that the other day.
amazing.
I think it was a YouTube short I saw. I can't remember what he said, but it was funny. Mo says the first episode of that HBO show about the Lakers had all these cringe racism call-outs. Like, yeah, where are black athletes finally going to get? When are black athletes finally going to get their chance in the NBA? I didn't see that. And that's laughable. It's like the NBA's been majority black for a long time, hasn't it? It's the same with the NFL too.
Yeah.
Google it.
I never really thought about it though, but like even like the Chicago Bulls and stuff, they were mostly all black dudes, but they were literally just the best. I don't go for the Chicago Bulls, but I was just thinking back to the 90s.
That Jordan documentary was awesome, by the way. Apparently, the Queen's Gambit was inspired by Bobby Fischer. Is that true, Antoine? They took a guy's inspiration and just made it a woman?
Well,
I did hear that it
that's
wasn't
why
actually
Alien
based
is so
on a true
good.
story. Why?
Because it was written, the Ripley was meant to be a dude, and they changed it to a chick.
Like they didn't write it to be a woman.
Yeah, they wrote it to be a dude.
Yeah.
Huh.
In a perfect world, like that shouldn't be a thing, but you know it is. Like people, like I feel a lot of the time these characters, they get these kick-ass characters, they get written as men or whatever. They just get written as like, oh, this person's really good at martial arts or whatever, and they kick a lot of ass. But then they end up in a TV show and they're just this really small chick, and she's doing these she's trained a lot. She's doing these fancy kicks and punches or anything, but like any guy could just pick her up and just throw her against a wall. It doesn't matter how good a technique is. It's just like, get away from me.
Yeah.
Well, you've seen those videos on the internet where it'll be like a chick comes home from her judo or karate class, and then her boyfriend just trips her over. And it went viral on TikTok and stuff. The point was, just to show that no matter how much you train, your boyfriend will kick your ass. And it's exactly what you were just describing.
I have seen that video though of this chick boxing this dude, and she's pretending to be shit, and she ducks and just lays him out. That was great. I might find that actually. But yeah, Serena, I think it was Serena or Venus Williams, said they were like the best tennis players in the world and they should get equal pay to the men. And I think it was like a 200 seed male played against them and smashed them while smoking a cigarette and drinking beer. So, I mean,
I think she's been pretty, from what I know, I think at least one of them has been pretty honest about the fact that she she can't beat men.
Yeah,
She can't
most
beat seeded
recently
men.
she said that, most recently Venus, whichever one said that she's retiring soon. She also said that, even though she's one of the best women in the world, doesn't matter. She wouldn't be in the top 10 men. She said something like Federer or someone. She said someone would just like whoop her ass.
Well, Gavin McGuinness says that that famous example that they made a movie out of with Emma Stone of a dude, a retired tennis player, losing to a chick, was all set up. He was just trying to pay back the mob. I don't know how true that is, but
that happened in Britain and Australia as well, Marumi.
He says US women's soccer lost to middle schoolers.
Oh yeah, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played soccer in high school, and there was a chick that played for the Victorian team, which is a state here, so a pretty high level, and could run rings around her. Man, she was like, "There's nowhere near the level of what we were playing." This is exactly what Bill Burr says. Antoine says, "Women athletes will get equal pay if women watch these sports at the same rate as men." It's true.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. It's like, yeah, you didn't turn up to watch it. The stadiums have been empty. No one's watching it. I mean, that's the whole thing. Like, that's why they did that here as well. Football and everything. They tried to make a, women's football league and everything.
My mum watches the women's football league. She tries to like it. You can see.
When they did that here, the girl, like the graphic designer who at my work, this like 22-year-old chick, she's not like athletic at all. She was actually in the tryouts. I was like, "Do you play football?" She's like, "No." I was like, "Oh, so they're literally just taking anyone." That's what it is. And it's just like, it doesn't matter. As long as you're a chick and you want to play, come play in this professional league, and we'll see how you go. And anyway, but the whole argument of let's get paid the same, all you have to ask is, okay, where's the money going to come from?
Yeah.
That's it.
It's the same as any other revenue. Like, if they're not selling tickets, or if they're not, selling merchandise, it's the same as any other business. Like, you guys just aren't earning as much as the other company. Like, consider the NBA their rival, like tell them to get good.
Yeah, Dave says Bill Burr has a great segment about women's sports. Yeah, we were just talking about it before. He was basically saying that no women go and watch it, and he said to them, like, name one player from the WNBA. Name the city, the team of the city that you actually
name your city's team. You can't.
Yeah,
it's good.
McShort says racism is not a thing anymore. For about 40 years, my family is mixed, but with multiple different races. This issue is ridiculous. They are making race an issue again, not us. Normal people are. Yeah,
exactly.
I don't know. We don't live in America. We don't know what it's like over there. But I don't see it in comic books. Like, I don't see how it applies to comic books.
Well, did you see, like, we have some idiots here in Melbourne. When the whole Roe v. Wade thing got overturned, we had people protesting in Melbourne. Like it was somehow going to change our laws.
It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
These reality shows, man, like, I don't know how women watch them. It just, it just feels like it numbs your brain. What little you have left of it is just getting eroded by these reality shows.
You worried about not having much brain left, Rob?
It's a concern. We've all got only so much.
That's true. Brain cells do die. Luckily, we have trillions of them, so should be good.
I don't even watch normal TV anymore. It's all
Yeah,
YouTube.
neither do I. It's like people tell me stuff. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, did you see that ad?" And I'm like, "No, didn't see anything."
I don't know what you're referring to. The only time we watch free-to-air TV is to watch shows on the apps on free-to-air TV.
Yeah.
Like the Orville is on SBS. That's it. Like, that's all I know.
Bujani says, "Hey Rob, will original art be available in the new campaign?" Yeah, for sure, man. There's going to be some sick pieces too. There'll be some amazing pieces that I'm not going to want to sell.
Is this going to be included in the Replicator 4?
No, man. I would love it to, but Shelby would need to finish it for that to happen. So, you know.
Yeah, getting art from Shelby is like, it's like getting art from Kelsey. It's like the holy grail.
I just can't believe like we've had like what 15 seasons of keeping up with the Kardashians. I mean, like, who cares? How are these people billionaires? How are they billionaires, Mike?
It's all right, Rob. It's all right.
No, it's not all right.
You just don't watch it. It's fine.
It seeps into
They're
everything.
billionaires. They're billionaires because they've got like a gazillion businesses.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything with Kim Kardashian in it since her movie.
Great movie. Yeah.
Great movie.
Fantastic. Yeah. She really
Oh,
put on an
that's
incredible
right.
performance in that one.
No.
Yeah, that's the problem. Women love that show. I just don't get it.
Do they?
Yeah,
they really do. Yeah.
And Grey's Anatomy, I can't. My wife is watching it again. I just can't.
That's not a reality show, Rob.
No,
Come on,
but
now
it's worse.
Now you're just grumbling.
It's
That's
worse,
more of a
man.
soap opera.
Dude.
Yelling
There
at
is,
the clouds.
I walked in the other day and there is an episode where it's like a musical and they're all singing to each other about whatever's happening. And I'm like, how do women do this? How do women do this? I don't get it.
Corey's calling me out for my speed. I'm just messing around, Corey. I don't know what I'm doing. Just playing around. And plus, I only do, an hour in here like every, I don't know, few weeks.
Grey's Anatomy. It makes it like you look back though when you're like like a teenager and all the shows you used to watch because they were the only shows you had access to, like Neighbours and what else? Wheel of Fortune,
Home and Away.
Home and Away. Oh my god, it's just like
The chat has no idea what we're talking about.
now you have choice. You're never watching that stuff again.
No. Especially when there are there are people making YouTube shows that are way better than most television. You can watch people doing pretty much anything you're interested in. Like, you know how they do these shows, right? Where it's like, we're gonna get 6 of the best metal workers together to fight to the challenge to become the ultimate metal worker. And it's like this gay, terrible TV show. It's like, can't I just watch people make cool stuff? Yes, you can. It's on YouTube. Like, I just saw this dude. He's like, I'm doing a $65,000 sword commission. Got recommended to me, like a Damascus sword. I'm like, holy crap. And the production value of his videos are amazing. He's getting like millions and millions of views, and you watch the whole thing. It's like 30 minutes, and it's fantastic. And you're like, this is 100 times better than anything of these like crappy shows, these crappy reality shows that they do. Like, I watch another guy who bought a ghost town in California. I've been watching him since he started. It was like 2 years ago. And he's
What's
got
he doing
so
with
many
it?
subscribers. He's rebuilding it.
Mad.
He's going around in the mines. He's trying to find Levi jeans. He's like building new cottages, and he's got this like tribe of loyal volunteers who come up every weekend and just help him do stuff. And it's friggin' awesome.
Pork says,
They
why
are.
are Netflix not approaching higher rating YouTubers for content? Dude, that's not going to be far away, man.
I'm sure
They actually are. There's a couple of them
Yeah.
on Netflix already.
There you go.
Not many, but there's a few.
Not many, if any.
Yeah. Mostly the comedian ones, they get like little musicals or movies or whatever based on their YouTube stuff.
Jamie says reality shows can be fun to watch with other people, though. Oh, man,
I mean,
there's one reality show that I really used to like when I was a teenager, Temptation Island. Did you guys ever watch that?
no.
I'm not gay.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's the end of that.
No, I didn't watch any of that stuff. I think I watched one season of Big Brother when I was about 18. I was like, that's it for me. I couldn't believe they made another one.
Ink Master. Do you like Ink Master? Yeah, it's not bad.
I remember Ink Master. Yeah, that show was all right. Didn't that only go for like one season?
Yes.
The Mole.
Do you remember that? It was like a show, and they were trying to win money.
The Mole, yeah.
But one of the contestants was a mole that was trying to stop them win money. That was a good show.
If you didn't have a girlfriend, though, you would never hear of any of this stuff. You are right, Rob. It's very chick-focused television.
I couldn't imagine being a chick. Like, my wife tells me, like, all the stuff that runs through her head. I'm like, that sounds so fucking exhausting. I don't know how you do it. Is Mel like that, Mike? Lots of feelings and emotions and thoughts, and it's just like too much.
That's what people are like, Rob. People.
No, I don't think. Oh, I think it's women. Face Off on Sci-Fi was the best reality comp series?
Reality competition.
Right, that would make sense.
What was Face Off?
Aren't they fake? I mean, they're all fake.
You remember Who Dares Wins?
Yes.
That was the bomb.
Alphonse says, Rob has no inner monologue.
Okay, can we get to the bottom of this inner monologue thing? Because it's like it pops up every, few months on YouTube where someone will say, I can't believe people don't have an inner monologue. And everyone goes, what? Is it crazy? What's happening here? And everyone, ums and ahs about it. I wonder if people are just like, our language is not, it's not subtle enough to really describe what's happening in people's brains. Because some people are saying, I have no inner monologue. And I don't know what people mean when they say inner monologue. Like, what are you talking about specifically?
Are they talking about like their voice that they hear that tells them to do things? Is that what they're talking about?
like you talking to yourself, I guess. Like, when you're trying to figure out something and you think. Thinking.
Does your thinking voice tell you what to do? Are you is that not your voice? Ago. Like, how can you tell yourself what to do? You are you. That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't.
Well, I mean, even right now, while I'm talking, there's like a voice in my head that's my brain, and it's like calculating what I should say next, and it was remembering what you were saying as I was figuring out what I should say in response. That it's not my speaking voice. It's almost like I could talk to it if it was more conscious, but it's me. Like, it is me. I don't know. It's my brain. I don't know how brain works.
Anton says, my inner monologue calls me the N-word all day.
This is slightly related to people who have no visual inside their brain. Yeah, have you heard about that?
Yeah.
And this pops up the same way a lot as well.
I thought it was this. I thought it was the same thing. You either have the inner monologue and you can picture things, or you can't.
I don't know. I don't know if it's the same thing. I don't know.
Okay.
If it's the same thing. But yeah, people there'll be that apple. It'll pop around in social media every 6 months. Like, what apple do you see? And then someone will say, if you say that you see number one, you're lying. And everyone goes, oh, I see number one. And it's just like this. I just think people aren't really the language isn't capable of explaining what is going on inside our brain.
I'm picturing like a 3D model of an apple, and it's even rotating for me so I can decide what the best angle of the apple is.
Yeah, but I think others are doing that as well. But they're saying, but I can't see it with my eyes in my mind. So
So you think they're
I'm
just too
saying-
stupid to explain it?
I don't. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
But,
maybe.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
I just want to show this off for Bajani. This is probably a piece that I'll have up for original art. This trading card set. That would be one of the pieces I'll have on the campaign. Absolutely ridiculous.
That is some crazy detail.
Yeah, it's amazing. I can't wait to see Shelby ink that. And I can't wait to see Michael Eugene Bancroft color it too.
Eugene? Where'd you pull that from?
Your middle name is where I pulled it from.
It's unlikely.
But not impossible.
McShort says, how do Australians survive there? Everything wants to kill you. Now that would be a great show for Americans. Dude, we've talked about this. Like
We've done that show 50 times.
Yeah.
I think he might actually be saying that. Like, do that again. I don't know. I can't. Like, maybe he's being sarcastic.
Like you got like we always joke about how dangerous Australia is, but like if you have half a brain, right, which I do, which you guys always point out to me, you can survive it pretty
At
easily.
least half.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been years since I've seen a snake, just because I'm not an idiot.
Well, it's been like 1 year since I've seen one. I'm gonna go out snake hunting in the summer.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna stream it. I'm gonna go stream snake hunting.
Yeah. I'd watch that, not gonna lie.
Maybe. We'll see. I'll probably chicken out and get scared. But yeah, I mean, I'll be much more terrified living in America. Like, you guys have like bears. We don't have bear things here. We don't have bear-sized predators here.
Yeah, a bear will kill you. A bear will kick in your front door and just come in your house. Yeah, a mountain lion will steal your dog and just like jump over your fence. I don't want any of that. Yeah, we don't have anything like that here.
Sheaf McQueen says 90% of survival here is just wearing boots.
Right?
So true. So true.
McShort says, "Lol, stay out of the woods." Yeah, I mean that's it.
Yeah.
Don't. I don't know. What do you have to? I guess you don't go swimming in a billabong in the Northern Territory. You won't get eaten by a crocodile.
See, we have woods here, but our woods don't have bears in them.
That's right.
No, there's no bears.
I don't imagine getting killed by a bear would be nice either. Like,
oh, it'd suck.
I think they just bite chunks out of you. Like, they don't actually try and kill you. They just
they slash you and rip you around and just like
toy with you.
Yeah,
Mike, I've shown you guys the video of the chick doing a bungee jump in the Northern Territory, and like a croc goes like that and just misses her. Have you seen that video? Gotta find it. It's amazing.
It sounds familiar.
Antoine says, "Listen to the Aussie bear experts."
No, we're talking about bigger bears, Mo. Drop bears are small. You can fight them off with a stick.
Old Dirty Fatty says it's an Aussie rite of passage to dangle your infant children over crocodiles. I just don't think many Australians are in any vicinity of any crocodile.
I mean, not on purpose.
We have sharks here, but there's sharks all over the world. Like everywhere has sharks. Sharks are endemic to the world. I mean, we do have blue-ringed octopus. What else? Stonefish
and jellyfish.
Jellyfish, that sort of stuff. But it's like, well, okay, don't go swimming in the ocean where those things are going to be. They're not just in the ocean. You can swim in lots of oceans. I can go down and walk down to the bay and,
yeah, you go to Port Melbourne and not St Kilda and you'll be fine.
Yeah. You might stand on a syringe. You're not going to stand on a box jellyfish.
That's a different conversation, though.
Antoine has a question for you. Bancroft, you're coloring on the line art layer.
No, on top, mate. I mean, I could
alright.
just whack it on. So
Can you see? Can you see this? I'm not playing the sound. You don't need to see the sound. See the sound.
Yes, Rob.
Right.
I don't need to see the sound. You're right.
That's right. I know. I heard it. Just let it go.
He came back with a few less fingers.
Mate,
Wow.
how close was that? How close?
There you
was
go.
that?
Like, don't go. But look at this dodgy setup. Would you ever go there? Honestly, I mean, you'd kind of deserve it, don't you? You're on a crane in the middle of friggin' Northern Territory, doing this over croc-infested waters. I mean, what do you expect?
No thanks.
Australia isn't real, says Entertainment.
So much nope.
Oh, did you see that thing a couple of weeks ago where the dude was diving with the sharks and the shark like smashed into the cage with him?
No,
no, it sounds horrible.
It was only a couple of weeks ago. It was ridiculous. It's all on camera.
Joe
yeah,
Ball.
someone in the chat said cassowaries seem pretty rough too. Yeah, cassowaries live in a tiny
they're nowhere near
area
us.
of northern Queensland, and it's like, don't steal their eggs, you'll be right. So like, don't hop on a plane, fly for 12 hours, 7 hours. You're probably gonna have to take a couple of flights. You have to get into a jeep, drive out to some area where a cassowary is going to be, and then find its nest and steal its eggs. Like, don't do that, and you're you should be right for cassowary attacks.
Do you want one of my really random questions, Mike?
Mm-hmm.
I've wondered previously, right? If you were able to transfer your brain, like your thoughts, your ability to process information, all of your brain, what it is now, into, let's say, a spider, right? For example, would you be a better hunter than just a normal version of that spider? Because you've got the thinking process.
I was not prepared for the.
I told you. I need to know.
Of that
I need
question,
to know the
Rob.
answer to the question.
I mean, that's a whole new level of.
With time, yes.
Like, you don't lose all the spider instincts and know-how. Like, that's all ingrained in your DNA. But
Okay, well then, yeah, straight away, because I'd make all
Got the
kinds of
brain
crazy
on-
webs, and
yeah, I reckon you
it'd
would,
be
wouldn't
easy.
you?
Yeah, you'd have to. You'd automatically be the most intelligent hunting spider you've ever just in existence.
Yeah, I'm with Sumo. Jesus, Rob. Like, what the hell? Ryan, can you do anything with that? I don't think you can. How can you weave your magic with that question? It's like, what is going? Yeah, here, D. I've heard some dead shit questions. It's like you have one life, and if you're lucky, you get like 80 years on it. You don't want to be spending 10 seconds wasted on that question.
Don't you?
By the way, D, I saw that he just gifted memberships. Thank you so much, D. He has gifted 5 memberships. Welcome to the Super Bogan Discord. Richard Falk, McShort, Awesome One, Paul Ogg, and Robert H. D, you are a legend, mate. I apologize for Rob. I apologize,
dude.
For that.
I asked that question and you got memberships. I mean,
it was related. I mean, the very same guy that gifted the membership went on to say that was some, what do you say, dead shit
Pork says, I remember you from my special needs class, Rob. Sam says, it's good to see Dean on Bancroft's channel. It is good to see Dean on Bancroft's channel.
Hey, Sam.
I usually gatekeep him.
Yeah. No, it's okay. You've actually never gatekept me the way that you gatekeep Mo.
I've never gatekept Mo, and he knows that. It's all jokes. It's all fun and games. And if it has happened, it's because of Rob. That's all.
I just think, Mike, right? If you're fighting another bear and you're in the body of a bear with your mind, would you be able to win that fight?
So you're thinking, right? I've got the bear instincts, but I'm also
got the
a
mind
human.
of a human.
Like
That's
I'm
right.
the smartest bear that's ever lived.
Would you be able to beat the normal bear with the bear instincts?
Hold on, is that like what's happening the second I show up in the bear's body?
No, well, let's give you a couple of days to get used to it.
Okay, I was gonna say. I mean, probably.
You're basically a real life Yogi Bear.
You ever seen a bear with a spear? You know, like
Yeah, you're out there, you're like fashioning tools.
yeah.
But
Making
like seriously
campfires.
though, right? Like seriously though, like you would be scared of that other bear, even though you're a bear with a human brain.
You're
You might be
yeah,
less
you
scared
are.
of it though.
We've seen
You
this
might
movie.
be less
We've seen
scared
this
because
movie,
you're
Rob.
bigger.
This is that's Caesar from Planet of the Apes.
Oh my god. That's
He takes over. He takes
Yeah,
over.
he
the world.
wins.
D says, I have thought about this shit high as balls on acid, but not sober. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, not if I'm a bear with a spear, which I will be. So, what Simply Green says.
You scared. Jody says, LOL, you think actual bears don't fear fights? That's a good point. But not as much as a human brain inside a bear would fear a fight. That's what I'm
Not if I have a spear.
Why?
And like,
Why
gotta
would you
think,
have a
right?
spear, Dean, if you're a
Because
bear?
I spent 3 days
Because
making
you're a
spear.
human in a bear's
Yeah.
body.
That's why.
You think
You think I'm not gonna make a spear?
you think that in a bear's body you're going to be able to make a spear?
Yes.
Yeah, I could easily sharpen a stick, Rob.
Oh my
You've
God.
got like
I could probably
steak
do it
knives
easier
for
with
fingers,
claws.
Rob.
Yeah.
How could this not be an amazing TV show? This would be
You stick it
amazing.
between your little spears and just like rear up onto your legs and just start like
Yeah.
stabbing other bears.
Oh. Yeah, you can't hold the spear. These guys are full of it. They're like, this is such a dumb question. Let's
No,
make fucking spears.
I wouldn't get a spear. I would find my way into like because I'm in America because I'm a bear.
Mm.
So I would like find my way to a military base and I would get in there and I would get like a Gatling gun, like
You are so
like
full of
Goliath
shit.
here. And then
Yeah,
I'd
you're a bear
intimidate.
just walks into a military base and then
I'd
gets
intimidate.
a Gatling gun and then can
Hang
fire
on, hang
the
on, I'm not
Gatling
finished.
gun.
Hey, you
Yeah,
said
I'd
yourself the people are
intimidate.
afraid of bears, Rob.
No, but you know what I would do? I would write in the dirt with my paw in English, and they'd be like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Give me a Gatling gun, or I'll rip you apart." Like in the writing, and like, "This is crazy. We're gonna train up this bear to be like
We
this
better
killer."
give this bear everything he wants.
Yeah, give him everything he needs, and then I'd end up like Goliath here, I'd have, like Gatling guns strapped to my back, and you know, like I'd have ammo
Metal
like
jaw.
hanging underneath me. I'd just be like killing all the other bears. That's what I would do.
That sounds awesome, though.
It really does.
Oh, jeez. Micah says, Rob, I think we'd let him. If we could weaponize bears as infantry shock troops, we'd spend billions on it. Amazing, wouldn't it? So that's the kind of stuff I think about.
Yeah, I must admit that's the first. I mean, I came up with that on the spot. That's the first I've ever thought of that, Rob.
And now it's going to be stuck in your mind forever. Now you're going to
No.
now you're going to want to know.
Oh, ARO's new arch nemesis, Ballistic Bear.
Yeah, that's part 2. It's an ARO gets in a thing and travels to the States. Bear Zuka, says Dimwitted Chicken. That's good.
Has everyone in chat signed up for the Embrace too? Got lots of things.
Yes,
on offer,
please do. I hope you do. Yeah, because we got to get to 300. I actually revealed this on DWAG's stream earlier today. If we get to 300 signups, we're getting a silver Embrace collector's coin made.
Oh.
Yeah, I got the design and everything. I shared it up there. I'll tweet it out later so everyone can see it on my Twitter. But yeah, so please do sign up because we're nearly at 300. We're at like 265 or 270 or something. But yeah, so we're nearly there.
Sick. Lagatigo says, "Did you guys back Chuck Dixon's Hunter Ninja Bears before it ended? Looks dope, and I did snag
Yes,
one. It
I
did look
did.
really sick. Did you back it,
I
Mike?
did back
Wow,
it.
look at you.
Yeah, I had to. It's one of the best looking books I've seen
Where's my
in
money,
a while.
Mike? Where's my money, Mike?
How much do I owe you?
I don't know. Like we went out to lunch, and Mike's like, "I owe you
remember
money.
These things, Rob.
Here's $90." Like,
That's all I had in cash.
Why do I want cash, Mike?
I don't know. I don't want it either. That's why I gave it to you.
Oh, you bastard.
Hey, it's legal
Yeah,
tender.
you gave me cash, then led me to the bar and made me buy drinks for you.
I didn't make you. You offered.
You're a smart man.
I just stood there and I was like, what's happening here? I don't know. I'll figure out how much I owe you and I'll get you the rest. But yeah, no, I did back that. It looks friggin' sick. Looks good. And I don't back many books these days anymore. You know, I've got to like be smart with my money. So when I do back, it's like it's something awesome. Yeah, good stuff. Maybe they'll bring it to Indiegogo.
Oh yeah, actually, this arrived for me today. Package.
What's that?
I just showed my address to
Open
everyone,
it up.
so I don't really care. Probably need some light on in here, huh? The Battle Brick Road.
Oh yeah, I got that as well. I haven't opened it yet.
Extras, very nice. In the flesh.
Richard Falk says, has anyone heard about Lion versus Dwarfs? I mean,
Yeah, I
that was
backed
this entire channel for like 2 months straight. Every second show was Lions versus Dwarfs. Should be actually coming out soon, I think.
And like it's a kind of similar question to my bare brain question, right? The Lions versus Dwarfs. Like
It is
who would win in
the whole reason it exists is exactly that, Rob. That like it's one of those we were just sitting at a bar, drunk or high, you know, thinking up these silly things.
I still want to write my kangaroo genie story one day. What's
Please
my
don't.
kangaroo genie story? Oh, you want me to elaborate? Will do.
No, I don't.
So basically, a kangaroo comes across a genie lamp and he says, "Oh, I wish all my friends and me could go somewhere more exciting." So the genie says, "Your wish is granted," and teleports, millions of kangaroos to Africa where they just get killed by all the animals there. I reckon that would be fun.
What?
Rob, follow your dreams, mate. Follow your dreams.
Those kangaroos need to be taught a lesson. D says
Entertainment. All right, go on.
Frag, Booms, Black Flag, Pineapple Perception comics is a thing.
Look,
I think it's coming.
I got no idea. When it's coming. I don't know the speed in which it's being made. Last I heard of it, it's still being made. I don't know if the team that was originally on it is the same team anymore. I think he's hired someone. I can't remember who that is. But yeah, all I know is it's really late. I haven't spoken to Frager in. Oh no, actually, I was on a stream with him like a couple of weeks ago, but we didn't talk Black Flag.
Yeah, I haven't seen him around. I assume that he's busy working on it, and that's the reason.
Don't know.
Did Doom Patrol get cancelled? Did it?
What's Doom Patrol?
It's a show
TV
that
show.
Fragger was working on. He's doing like storyboards for it.
Don't know. Oh, I know nothing.
Mo's got a brilliant
I'm
one.
not nothing.
There is only one way to get rid of kangaroos once and for all. Put Rob in charge of keeping them alive. Sick. Love it.
That'll work every time.
Blue smoke mic, huh? That's bold.
Oh my God, Rob, can you calm down?
Was it smoke
Where's
or
my phone
gas?
here? I don't know what it is yet. I'm just fucking around.
Jeez, language, Mike. Just keep it PG.
Well, I'm sorry.
God, seen Mike blow a casket like that in months.
Blow a casket.
Yep, entertainment says 70 watching. That is correct.
What, watching this stream?
Yeah.
Also says this chat is woke. I think entertainment has been begging for us to talk about more cock. I don't know. I mean, I feel like that's what we talk about when we're not talking about ridiculous Rob topics.
That was a brilliant topic. You can't
control
bottle
Rob.
that kind of that. You can't bottle that. It's amazing. Surely, Mike, you have something like that you've thought about before that you don't have the answer to.
No.
Good talk.
No, in my spare time, I do like useful things. I think about my story. I think about deep philosophical questions. I listen to
that was a
interesting
deep
things.
philosophical question.
It was a question.
Oh, people are typing stuff out. Nice, Rob. 1.
Rob's number 1.
Silverback gorilla versus grizzly bear is a question from Sam Rogers in the chat.
I mean, that's been asked and answered pretty thoroughly, I'd say.
Yeah, clearly the silverback would win.
Oh my God.
Yeah, with a spear.
Okay, hand to hand, the bear, the grizzly
Mike,
would destroy
Mike,
a gorilla.
You say that, right? You say that.
Oh my God.
I mean, how strong is a gorilla?
How strong is a silverback gorilla, and how fast is a silverback gorilla, Mike?
Because they are
not
very
as strong. Not as strong as a grizzly. Not as large. Not as padded. It doesn't have weapons for hands. It's not even a contest. It's like I don't even know how this is a thing.
I agree with you, but it really depends on how strong a gorilla is.
Can we do a poll in the chat, Mike? Can you do a poll? Silverback versus grizzly.
All right.
The grizzly would
I've never
probably
done a poll before. Who would win in unarmed hand-to-hand combat?
See, you scared Jody says a gorilla is stronger than a bear.
To death.
Kind of feel that, like, you know, if people think grizzly is
Silverback
the favorite, you've got to give
gorilla.
the silverback some advantages.
Everybody loves an underdog.
Grizzly.
Yeah, I mean, if I was a silverback, I would be hiding in a tree or some shit, waiting for that grizzly to walk underneath and like drop attack on that guy.
All right, that's the first poll I've ever done.
Let's see how it goes.
They broke this down on Joe Rogan once, and like, I think that was it was a pretty convincing argument all around.
A gorilla would win. Silverbacks have brains and strength. Grizz is all rage and strength.
Yeah, but grizzlies have these insane claws, the jaw, the fur. Like, what's a gorilla gonna do to a grizzly?
Break its arms.
Its arms are
Antoine
these
says
massive
silverback.
Choke
things
it out.
that are just like
Yeah.
buried underneath layers of fur.
Oh, this is funny. Entertainment says this is effing stupid. The gorilla wins. You guys are effing dumb.
Yeah.
And
Ape
Antoine
supremacy.
says, silverback average weight is 500 pounds. Grizzly is 600 pounds plus claws. Ryan Blue Thunder says gorilla has dexterity and the ability to use tools. Again, comes down to prep time.
No, the question is unarmed.
Yeah, but does he get the jump
The
on him?
gorilla doesn't get to use its. I'm assuming a gorilla like can hold like a spear or something or pick up a rock, so it doesn't get to use that. I don't think.
Yeah,
I mean,
some said the gorilla wins, says Lord Crackhead.
I mean, if I was a billionaire, right?
This is what you do with your money.
I think the world needs to know the answer
For science.
for science.
Fight to the death.
Who's winning the chat? Oh, the grizzly bear's winning. Come on, guys, vote correctly.
Yeah.
Because people understand the reality of the situation. I mean, a human against a grizzly, it's just like we just die.
That's
a
the
human
same
against
as
a gorilla.
Against a gorilla.
I mean, that's what I meant. A human against a gorilla, we just die. But against a grizzly, it's like all of the strengths that it has, like it would want to go in and probably like punch it or grab it or something. You can't. They're too big. Their fur is too thick. If you go for the head, you're gonna get whatever you go for, whatever you're like. If you're reaching, you're gonna get that bitten off, and then he's just gonna claw you across the face, and you're done. Checkpoint says, "What if it's a smart bear? They could both ride unicycles." You make a compelling argument.
I would like to see them like put on like some like mega crazy roid type drugs, right? Just to make him like spaz out like completely 100% aggression, and then see what happens. So I can imagine, right? Let's say the grizzly and the bear are like 100 meters away from each other. The gorilla like bolts at this thing, and it builds up like a huge amount of momentum, Mike, and then it smashes into the grizzly and it knocks it down. What do you say to that? Running start, indeed.
I guess it's a technique. I don't know if it's going to be that like effective. I mean, that's probably a pretty good technique, but I don't think it's going to end the fight.
Bajani has it here, Mike. What if the gorilla had the brain of a human?
What if it was Rob in the gorilla? This is the end result of his experiment from earlier.
No,
I know, right?
I
Michael asks
no.
if Rob stages cockfights or something, or dog fights.
Yeah,
it's like he's
No.
like a
That's horrible.
He's an addict who needs to escalate. He's not doesn't get his fix.
He's like, you know what I would like to see? Just a little bit of animal abuse, some drugs and stuff.
Antoine has it. Rob, this is Rob in a gorilla suit. Yeah. Same result, I reckon.
No, I don't like cockfighting, right? As much as Mike likes to cockfight. I would just want to see for once and for all, one time, so it can be answered finished. No one ever has to worry about this question anymore because we know the answer. Just one time.
Well,
Just one
what
time.
about what McShort said in the chat there? Bears can't reach their back. Basically, if the gorilla gets onto the bear's back, you could just, what apes do, they'd bite into its neck or whatever, just until it's dead. If it can't reach it.
D says, then strap swords to them. Why not? That can be round 2.
What about when the bear just turns on his Gatling gun and starts blasting away?
D says it was never a question until now, Rob. Crackhead says he loves a good cock fight. I mean, I think we've all learned something today. That's the main thing.
Have we?
No. We've learned nothing.
I feel like we've learned a little something about you, Rob.
Yeah, I think that's probably more accurate.
What have we learned about me? I'm an amazing person. Is that what we've learned?
You're easily amused. Very easily amused.
Richard says, let's scale it down. What about a chimp versus a wolf? That's a good one. That's a good
one. Wolf?
What kind of chimp? Yeah, 1-on-1. I reckon a chimp would rip the wolf to pieces, to be honest.
The wolf is in trouble.
Yeah.
I do not like monkeys at all.
They are bastards.
I do not.
Hang on, an adult chimp versus a full-grown wolf, mountain wolf.
Wolves are big, man.
Wolves
They're
are
big.
big.
Yeah, wolves are very big. Wolves are very big, but they're pack hunters. They're that's where their strength comes from. Whereas a chimp is just, he has the hands, he has the muscle,
the giant teeth,
the teeth. Yeah,
wolves are pack animals.
He'll get injured, but it'll be the wolf.
You're forgetting, Ryan. You're forgetting that we're injecting both the wolf and the chimp with just a shit ton of aggression drugs, so it will fight.
What? No, we're not forgetting anything. That you just made that up now all of a sudden.
Oh, Antoine says, whenever Rob says he doesn't like monkeys, I feel attacked. Dude. Damn.
Glad to say that.
Yeah, I when people go to these holiday locations where there are monkeys and the monkeys are climbing all over them, I'm like, what are you doing? You're like 5 seconds away from having your face ripped off. That's what's happening.
Saw a video where exactly that happened. The whole top of this guy's head got ripped clean back. You could see his skull. It was just the monkey did it for no reason.
Yeah, monkeys are brutal.
Pork says, how about a dingo versus a baby, Mike?
Too soon, poor cunt.
Too soon?
Yeah. Too soon for me. I still feel like Clark is a baby, even though he's 4.
Do you have a pack of dingoes just living outside your house, Mike? Is it that much of a concern?
Yeah, 4-year-old could fight off a dingo. Don't worry.
A dingo, they'd look for something easier. They wouldn't go after a kid. Easier prey out there.
Yeah.
One gorilla versus 3 kangaroos. Dude, one gorilla could kill 50 kangaroos. Kangaroos are useless. They are so useless.
Kangaroos would just run away, sit in a billabong. And kangaroos will run into water as for self-defense, because that's where they have their they have their advantage.
Yeah, they're fully capable of drowning things.
Yeah, they'll drown dogs and stuff like that. The gorilla would just go, "I find your terms acceptable," and just walk in and just fight him in there and drown him. Oh no!
Kangaroos would drown the gorilla.
No,
nah, man.
No.
Dogs can kill kangaroos real easy. So
Yeah,
gorillas
a
would
gorilla
rip
would
them to bits.
rip them to pieces.
Yeah.
Wouldn't even be a
One
competition.
bogan managed to just like dumbfound a kangaroo with one punch to his snout. He's like, "What just happened?" He's like, "What is this?" He had no idea what was going on.
We had a dog once that got a kangaroo to the ground, and I had to stand over this kangaroo because it did not know what to do. And if I wasn't there, the dog would have ripped that kangaroo to bits.
Fuck.
Yeah. What about that yoked out roo? Says Sumo.
Yeah, that's just them flexing. It's all for show.
What Micro says, what do kangaroos hunt? Smaller wildlife like rabbits and gophers? No.
They
Like
eat
grass and hay.
They're basically hopping horses. They're like small hopping ponies.
Yeah.
The jacked out kangaroo is a male who gets jacked up because he wants to be like the top male in the pack. And when he's like feels like he's jacked enough, he'll go and he'll try and fight the main other kangaroo. And all they'll do though is they'll like hit each other like this, but they'll lean back and they'll try and kick each other's balls off. And you know, if one of them feels like, oh, I'm actually going to get hurt, then they usually just give up. It's like,
don't monkeys like grab your balls and just rip them off?
I don't know. I've not heard of that. Thankfully I haven't seen that. Thankfully that hasn't happened to me. You probably just dreamt that, Rob.
Pretty sure they grab.
I mean, it has to be a pretty decent monkey.
Why have you got your balls out around monkeys?
I know. Yeah, that's probably a better question.
Yeah, well,
put your balls away. Rob,
it's other monkeys.
Rob sees monkeys.
Oh, other monkeys. Okay.
Out they come.
I mean, to other monkeys, yeah, probably, because they'll beat up the rival monkey and then eat his kids. So, like, yeah, probably.
Yeah, look, everyone's saying chimps go for the scrotum. That's like,
yeah.
Monkeys go for the balls and other soft tissue.
Yeah, well, that's what the kangaroos do as well. Like they lean back on their tails and kick each other in the nuts. But yeah, that guy just like punched one right in the face. It wasn't a big. I can't remember. I don't think it was a big.
It's just like red. It was like a brown one.
But
Clark could beat up a brown one.
They've been doing kangaroo boxing since the beginning of Australia, like white Europeans got here, so they're probably doing it before that.
I think a kangaroo would be really easy to fight because like they seem like they're kind of locked in place, right?
For a human,
they put their tail down and they kick forward. Like surely you can just go around.
They look like they have a very weak jaw.
Too. We have a lot of reach on them as well. Like you can punch them long before they could kick you.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. Go have a look at that Bogan video where it has the dog in the headlock. Yeah, like he hits it from ages.
It's not kicking at him though. It's just standing there like a dickhead, which is what they do.
That's exactly what they would do, yeah. And then when you punch it in the face, it's going to react exactly the same way. You're like, what? What the hell was that? And then probably run away.
You happy with how this is going, Mike?
I don't know. I'm just
not the stream, but your coloring.
I'm just doing a bit of busy work. I don't know. I'm just like messing around, looking at things. I like how it's sort of like the smoke is on him as well. Like he's walking through it.
Yeah.
See down here.
Yeah.
But I don't know exactly how I want to make it all work. Like this, I've added this blue light. Where the hell is that? So is that here? Where is it? There. So I'm thinking there should be like something blue back here behind him, sort of ambience. But I'm also just enjoying messing around.
Cool.
I think I want to put some. I think I want to do this.
Is it fun just coloring something for like the hell of it, like just mucking around with something?
I mean, it's fun. It's fun when it's done.
Mm.
I mean, if I didn't have anything else to do, then sure. But no, I'm happy to do it. I just like.
I don't like how this poll's gone. I mean, it's gone like 62% for the grizzly bear. Mike, you've swayed the chat.
No, people have seen a grizzly
lies.
bear before.
You've told them lies, and you've you've killed a silverback gorilla. I hope you feel happy. You've killed an endangered animal. Well done, Mike. Good job.
The problem is, Rob, people have seen a grizzly before. So, yeah. And they've seen a gorilla, and they're putting two and two together, and they're coming to their own conclusions.
Hmm.
Just trying some things I don't normally do is what I'm going to try.
Rob, do you have an idea how strong and fast bears really are?
I think they're quite fast. That's another thing.
I don't think they're faster than a gorilla.
Don't know. But I think they're pretty fast. So there's that. And I think a lot of people dismiss the like the factor of the fur. Like that fur is a massive deterrent. Like that's why you can't just shoot a bear with a normal gun a lot of the time, because it's just like it won't get through the fur.
What's quicker, a grizzly bear or a silverback gorilla? I mean, I could Google it, but
I mean, I don't think it matters like who would win in a foot race, Rob. I think they're both like a lot quicker than we imagine they would be, especially in like a life or death fight.
Richard has kicked it up another level. Says, question: gorilla versus Ripley in the power lifter from Aliens. That's a tough one.
Oh, the power lifter. I would assume that thing beat a friggin' alien.
And bears run faster than gorillas, 35 to 25. There you go. All right.
See, Rob, you're getting schooled tonight.
Well, Jamie says my uncle killed a bear and he was just a guy. His uncle didn't kill a gorilla.
Did he kill him with? Did he strangle it with his bare hands? Was it a grizzly?
What about this, Mike? Gorilla versus grizzly, but the gorilla is on all the meth.
We've seen what meth heads are capable of here in Melbourne.
If a meth head can lift a fridge, what could a gorilla lift?
Not only lift a fridge, but like ride a bike away with the fridge on his back.
That's so true. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like weed makes you lazy and apathetic. Meth makes you like super productive and capable. Mo says that was a crackhead, not a meth head. I think we're besmirching the honor of the crackheads.
You know Predator, right? Why don't they, like, in the Predator movies, why don't they do a Predator movie where they go to a different planet where there's actually stuff that's hard to kill?
Because that would be uninteresting for us.
I think they should do a Predator movie where they go to fight samurai.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, let's get some.
I think that would be cool.
You got a better warrior, like a human warrior. Like I'd like to see them go up against. We've seen them go against soldiers. Now let's see them go against like some other kind of warrior.
I want to see Predator versus T-Rex.
Does the Predator? I haven't watched the new one. I haven't watched Prey. Does the Predator adjust his weapons according to the threat?
He uses a bunch of different weapons, but whether or not he's adjusting according to the threat isn't really.
He kind of just beats people up for the first.
Yeah, he just uses different things at different times.
Because I would hope he wouldn't be using the whole laser blaster and everything on the samurai, because I feel like that wouldn't be honorable, and I feel like that's. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, what Logotigo is saying? A pirate one or a western one? Predator versus cowboys, Predator versus pirates.
But Rob, just like Predators, Predators and Vikings, Rob, just a Predator versus some random alien that we have no connection to. That's just brainless.
And we wouldn't care because it's like, who is this other alien creature? Can we even understand it?
Yeah, that's why Predator versus aliens is an idea, because we know aliens.
Yeah.
I like that movie. I know a lot of people hated it, but it's like, you know how you have like a movie that's not great, but you really enjoy it? That's one of those movies.
Yeah, I like the first one, but I really hate the second one.
I don't think
second one?
I didn't.
Yeah, Alien versus Predator Requiem.
Oh, Requiem. Don't even mention that. That is shocking. That's crap. What about Predator versus dinosaurs, Mike? We know what dinosaurs are.
Even then, it's like, how do you craft a story out of that? Because, what's your narrative? Like, obviously, you're going to have the Predator be your protagonist, because he's the one that actually has a sort of a kind of sentient mind.
That would be cool. Predator versus Jedi.
Now we're just getting silly, but Ken, come on. I remember when they put E.T. in the
in Star Wars.
Star Warses.
Yeah.
Oh, Anton has it. Mike, super chat.
Gorilla Predator versus alien incubated in a bear.
That's brilliant.
Man.
Oh my god, that's great.
Thank you for the super chat, by the way, Antoine.
I agree.
That requires argument. I don't know. We have to think that one through. Like, how would that work?
They could like, I'm sure they could build a narrative around it, and there happens to be dinosaurs there. Like, maybe there's a rogue predator or something. So you got two predators going at each other, and there happens to be dinosaurs.
Maybe the predator kills all the dinosaurs, and that's how they go extinct.
That's what the meteor is. It's a predator ship.
Dean had no idea he would be asking these deep, hard-hitting questions when he agreed to come on the show tonight.
Yeah, it's changed the way I'm going to think for the rest of my life, I'm sure.
You tell me you two guys are not going to get off this stream and go think about, gorillas and bears and human brains and all that kind of stuff. You're going to have a great time tonight.
I'm going to try and think of the stupidest question I can think of.
I'm going to go have dinner with my family, and then I'll probably watch a TV show or whatever, do some drawing. Yeah,
you'll watch Peaky Blinders tonight, and you'll go, I wonder if we put these Peaky Blinder brains in a gorilla, if it would help them take over. That's what you'll think about.
I won't. I like this. I like how this shine here on the metal, Rob, makes it look really shiny. I like that. I'm undecided on the skin, but it looks cool there.
I like the bit of lighting you've added to his shoulder there. That looks really good. Like the edge light around it.
Yeah, let me just finish this bit up first. I'm not going to finish the whole thing because we're going to have to end out the stream. But
Look at that. Predators would see before the hunt Xeno dinos. That would be amazing.
Yeah, I'd watch that.
Yeah. That should be the next.
yeah, that's actually an idea. Yeah, there's like a narrative in that, and then it's sort of more like because then they do become they do become the protagonists, but they're sort of they've set up a thing for themselves, and you kind of don't know who to root
There is
for.
a story, yeah.
Yeah, there's a story in it. See, it's called story, Rob. It's not just let's like get two things together and fight and see what's cool, you know? Pork Hunt, Predator versus Conan. That's actually a cool idea because it's not only an interesting question and like it calls back to the original Predator because Arnie is obviously very Conan-like. He played Conan. But it's a mixing of genre as well. I think that's cool.
Micro wants me to read this. Predators attack a ship. Survivor uses escape pod. Lands on Dino planet. Preds chase. Suddenly, it's dinos versus Pred.
So what? We coincidentally have dinosaurs on another planet.
Well, it could be in the past. I mean, for all we know, could have been visiting for
maybe they just went
really
through like a black hole or something, and then they're in the past. Yeah. Whatever, it's a movie.
Have Predators been doing this for 70 million years or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be a little stickler, but they could get around it. Whatever.
Yeah.
Sure, I could figure it out.
Hunter.
Yeah, they go through a wormhole or something. I don't know. Let me just save that.
I would watch the hell out of that.
Yeah, or it could be an alien planet, Dean. Sure, Micro.
All right, so this is where we started tonight.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'd still watch it either way.
That's where we started.
Yep.
And this is where we got up to.
That's pretty decent for you.
It's all right. I'm happy with that. I like the way it's going. I like the way the metal is looking really shiny now. I'm going to continue doing that, and I'll see how I go with the. I think you're right, Dean. The old, the glow. It's a nice effect on the.
Antoine, tell me you would not pay to watch the hell out of Predator versus Scooby-Doo in the gang. I would watch
in an old school 70s cartoon.
Yes. Oh my god.
And they're like running around the house like and the Predator's like, you see the Scoob, and there's the dots on Scooby-Doo's face. He's like, Scoob, I got a battery. That would awesome.
That would unironically be good. I would watch that. I mean, Predator met Archie and everything, so like, why couldn't he meet the Scooby Gang?
I would love if at the end they catch the Predator in one of their traps, and Velma, or no, who's one I hate? The dude, like the main guy, the blonde guy. Freddy's like, and they're like, "Who is it?" It's this guy, and he reaches to grab the mask off, but it's not a mask. His hand bitten off.
That would be great. New Twitter meme up from Ryan. Let's grab that before we go. Oh. No, we don't need to see this one.
Yeah, bring it up.
We don't need to see this one at all.
Hang on, Are you suffering from Rob's questions? Look for these signs. Emotional damage. Repeated
emotional damage.
No. Disappointment, lack of laughter, questioning if Australia is a real place. Hang on, I need to go like full meme on this. For relief from your symptoms, visit cgnow.net. Ryan, you are a master. You are a meme master, my friend. I'm sorry. I apologize. Rob tried to sully your meme with his impression. That's John says that's me in the question. Oh, fantastic. Well, we got there in the end. Dean, thanks for hanging out with us.
Oh, my pleasure, man. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, it's always great to have you.
Well, I mean, I invited you, Dean. Mike didn't do anything.
I appreciate you, Rob.
Throw that out there.
I appreciate you.
Didn't even talk about
Rob?
how the Embrace is coming out soon. Might want to sign up for it.
Yes, please do sign up for the Embrace too.
Please do
Throwing that
sign
out
up
there.
to the Embrace. It's going to look awesome. It's going to be awesome. Sign up for Replicator 4 as well. Rob's working on that, presumably.
There will be no gorillas or monkeys in it. Unless
Sign
you
up
want
for Painted Death. We are a mere 90 signups away from 1,000. So that's getting very
I'm
tight.
closing in on you, Mike. I'm closing in on you.
What are you up to?
No, I'm still a little bit away.
Oh, you didn't wait. You didn't actually want to tell me. Yeah, I hear Embrace is over 300. Dean.
No, we're almost at 300.
Almost
Once we
at
get
300.
Yeah,
Oh,
once we
let's
get
put
over
up-
300, it unlocks the coins.
Ooh, fancy,
Yeah.
fancy. The biggest thank you of all, as always, goes out to the wonderful, amazing, incredible, spectacular, and phenomenal Sexiest Chat and all of CG. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. I'll probably have a video tomorrow. Other than that, I'll see you next, either on a late night with Comicscape or the video game show. All right, guys. Bye.
Individually, we are weak, like a single twig, but as a bundle, we form a mighty